Hey Atlanta Falcons fans. We have some exciting news that you won't want to miss, so buckle up. There's a lot of important information coming your way. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on everything about our beloved Falcons. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Your support helps us grow our community and share our passion for the team with even more fans. Now let's jump right into today's news. ESPN has made a bold prediction for the offseason. Kyle Pitts might be leaving Atlanta. It looks like the Falcons are gearing up for a wild ride this offseason, with plenty of big decisions ahead for Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris. There's talk about Kirk Cousins possibly being cut or traded. Fontenot has said he's okay with having the veteran as a backup to Michael Penix Jr., but I think the most likely outcome is that he'll be released. The Falcons are also expected to completely revamp their defense, which could mean saying goodbye to some key players. Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata, and Younghoe Koo could all be at risk of being let go to save on the salary cap. And let's not forget about the draft. This could be a big moment for Fontenot, as the Falcons have never picked a defender in the first round while he's been in charge. That could change this April. There are tough choices ahead too. Will the team re-sign Drew Dalman? If reports are true, he could be looking at a new deal worth up to $20 million a year. If that's the case, Falcons fans might have to say goodbye to Dalman. Now, let's talk about Kyle Pitts. The highest drafted tight end in NFL history has not quite lived up to expectations since joining the Falcons. With limited cap space, Pitts could be seen as expendable, especially with his fifth-year option set to pay him around $10 million. ESPN's Aaron Schatz has made a bold prediction. Trade Kyle Pitts. He was expected to change the game for tight ends when the Falcons picked him 4th overall in the 2021 draft. But it hasn't quite worked out. Last season, Pitts caught 47 passes for 602 yards and 4 touchdowns, ranking 32nd among 48 qualifying tight ends in receiving DVOA. After a strong rookie year, he hasn't averaged more than 13 yards per reception in the last 3 seasons. Last year, Pitts was on the field for just 62% of Atlanta's offensive snaps, while blocking tight end Charlie Warner was on the field for 40%. It might be time for a fresh start. Another team might believe they can unlock Pitts' potential even after 4 seasons in the NFL. The Falcons have a choice to make. They can pay Pitts $10 million for another uncertain season and hope to get a compensatory pick when he leaves after 2025, or they can trade him now and save that money. The second option seems smarter. I understand why some Falcons fans want to keep Pitts, but he hasn't shown enough in the last few years to suggest he'll be re-signed next offseason. Why not trade him and regain some draft capital? The Falcons could use that nearly $1 million saved to strengthen their defense. On the flip side, a connection with Michael Penix Jr. could be just what Pitts needs to revive his career in Atlanta. The Falcons aren't exactly in Super Bowl contention right now, so they might decide to give Penix and Pitts a full offseason and season to develop together. It's a tough call, and I can see both sides of the argument. Plus, the Chargers' pass rushers could give the Falcons' defense a boost in 2025. The Atlanta Falcons are always on the lookout for help in the pass rush, and adding a veteran could change the game for the franchise. Over the past 20 years, the Falcons have struggled with their pass rush, recording the fewest sacks in the league. In fact, they've finished last or second to last in sacks in 3 of the last 4 seasons. While one player won't fix everything, it's clear that the Falcons need to focus on improving their pass rush in the upcoming NFL draft. However, they might also consider bringing in 2 veteran players. First up is Khalil Mack, an edge rusher from the Los Angeles Chargers. Mack was one of the best pass rushers in the mid-2010s and is set to become a free agent in March. He's known for his ability to stay engaged in plays and not get blocked easily. Mack can pressure the quarterback from both a 3-point stance and while standing up, showcasing his agility. If the Falcons want to use him as a 3-down player, he's a 9-time Pro Bowler who excels in run defense, shedding blockers to make plays. The Falcons have had success with 1-year deals for veterans like Bud Dupree and Calais Campbell in 2023, both of whom co-led the team in sacks. Mack could be a ready-to-play option who can also mentor a first-round draft pick. Another name to consider is Joey Bosa, also from the Chargers. Adam Wells of Bleacher Report has pointed out that Bosa could be released as the Chargers look to cut costs. Given how effective the Chargers' defense was last season, allowing the fewest points per game in the NFL, it wouldn't be surprising if they tried to keep most of their defensive lineup intact. However, with Bosa turning 30 on July 11th and not being as durable as he once was, the Chargers might save $25 million by letting him go. While Bosa will have plenty of teams interested in him, his next contract is likely to be at a lower price. However, he doesn't have the same skill set as Mac. Bosa struggles with power when facing larger tackles, while Mac can use his strength and long arms to push through. Additionally, Bosa hasn't been effective in the run game, as teams have been able to shut him down there. The biggest concern with Bosa is his availability. Over the past 3 seasons, he has only played in 28 games due to injuries. In an ideal scenario, the Falcons would draft their top edge rusher in the first round and consider offering Mac a 1-year deal. If that doesn't pan out, they could go all in on Josh Sweat. With only Arnold Ebiketie and 2024 third-round pick Braylon Trahan returning from injury on the roster, the pressure on the pass rush will look very different for the Falcons in 2025.